Now, you've been told you need more reps, more sets, more hypertrophy, but when it comes to high level strength, especially with bodyweight training, it's the low rep ranges, 1, 3, and 5 reps that unlock something almost no one talks about, enhanced neuromuscular strength. Because the first rep isn't just a test of muscle, it's a test of mind to muscle signal integrity. It's not just physical force, it's electrical precision. Here's the thing most people never learn. 1 or 2 reps done at the edge of your current capacity is not just strength work, it's skill work. That's where adaptation happens at the neural level. This is what we build every single day for students at Pacific Rim Athletics. Low rep, high control, maximal neural recruitment. Because you don't just want to be strong, you want to be powerful, mentally and physically. When someone hits a 1 rep max with a barbell, it's a single task. But when you do 1 rep of a bodyweight skill, planche, push-up, single leg squat, muscle up, flare, flip, it's not just one task. It's hundreds of micro adjustments firing in sequence. Timing, tension, breath, rotation, stabilization, all of it happening in a fraction of a second. And like learning a language, you now own that for life and can then continue adding skills, not just staying on the basic ABCs forever. And that's why it works, because your brain can't hide behind volume. It has to adapt. And you get insanely strong result. This then leads to a compounding effect where what used to be low reps of high intensity skills becomes low intensity strength training down the road and done at high volume. For example, a lot of students come in for Powerbatics training with the goal of their first muscle up. But 6 months down the line, you're doing 5 sets of 5 reps of muscle ups or combining muscle ups into katas for level tests. But most people never get this far because they're stuck doing 10 to 15 reps of movements that feel safe, but they're not building anything new, just recycling energy, just burning time. And that's why they plateau. That's why they look the same year after year. When you train in the 1 to 3 rep range, you're entering the world of max output. That means your nervous system has to fire at full capacity. Your prime movers have to coordinate with your stabilizers. Your connective tissue gets thicker. Your reaction time gets faster. Your awareness, your internal map of the body gets sharper, because low rep bodyweight training isn't just building strength, it's building responsiveness. So let's look at the muscle up. If you could do 5 powerful, sharp muscle ups, not kipping, not swinging, not hopping, you've built a level of control that literally 99% of the human population will never reach. Because it takes total body tension, timing, and controlled force production through vertical and rotational vectors. Flares are the same way. Press handstands are as well. And these can literally become basics for you. That's a neuromuscular blueprint. And that same blueprint transfers into almost everything. Vaults, flips, dynamic transitions, obstacle navigation. This is why we build our katas the way we do inside Powerbatics. Each rep contains data, and when you perform them at low rep thresholds, the nervous system has to dial in. Every level we've built, from the foundational holds to full beast skill flow, is designed to expose weak links and demand precision under pressure. And low rep ranges are the ultimate microscope. They show you exactly where you leak power, exactly where you collapse, exactly where your attention falls apart. And they're the exact thing that propels you to way higher levels of strength and skill. Rep 1 is a mirror. A single rep isn't just physical, it's metaphysical. Because a perfect 1 rep effort is your entire body saying yes to the moment. No hesitation, just go. And if you've never trained that way before, you're about to realize something. Strength and flexibility without movement mastery is vanity. That's why our students don't just train for reps, they train for process. That's how someone like Brian, 40s, beaten up body from decades of martial arts, wrestling, weightlifting, very physically demanding jobs, cracked ribs, broken bones, surgeries, is now doing levers, meat hooks, vaults, handsprings, and free run level 2 and ninja strength level 4 with dynamic, powerful movement and no pain. I'll say this now, stop and subscribe. Not because I need it, but because you do. If you've been building your career but not your body, chasing mainstream methods and staying within a comfort zone of mediocrity, this could be your turning point. You can literally go from scratch to higher levels than you realized were ever possible for you. But when you operate in the 1 to 3 to 5 rep zone, you're also building tendon density and bracing patterns that make your body injury resistant under dynamic force. This is how sprinting acceleration is built. Then vaults, the jumps, even the flips, which translates into safer landings and more fluid transitions, whether you're on the rings, bars, or uneven terrain. You're not just building muscles, you're building a force map inside your own system. Every 1 rep handstand press, every 3-second V-stand hold, every explosive muscle up. It's not just strength, it's mapping, calibration, reinforcement of total body intelligence under pressure, and new skills acquisition. Because this is what we're after. Not exhaustion, not soreness, not the pump. We're after control and command and power. And the low rep range is the most direct path to it. But like I said, this eventually becomes high volume because it becomes so easy. Sometimes it's not the muscle, it's the neurons. And the neurons come from the brain, which comes from the mind. A clear, strong mind. So stop over counting and overthinking, which leads to burnout. Start counting skills. And above all, stop thinking more is better. Better is better. And when you realize that the highest levels of power don't come from more reps, but from more force per rep, you're going to train differently. You're going to walk into your next session like it matters. And eventually, you'll be training like a master.